Hello, hello. As you can see, my rhubarb are getting decimated. So I'm going to be doing a bit of organic spraying today. I think what is going on is because I have horse manure as a base level, even though I got it a long time ago to let it sit, air out, dry out, all that kind of stuff. I then got a lot of rain, so it hasn't had a chance to dry out very much. And so I think what has happened is there's just a lot of bugs in that manure. So I don't spray with anything serious. This is the little sprayer I have. It's a half gallon, I think. Oh, it's a liter. Sorry, I'm in Canada, so it's not a gallon. But basically all this is water and organic, biodegradable, color-free, scent-free dish soap. This is really great for soft-bodied bugs. You don't want anything with dyes or scents or anything. You don't want degreaser, you don't want any of those additives because it can be really bad for your plants. But basically with this, you just want to do the fronts and backs of all the leaves. And then I'm also just gonna kind of do a light spray over everything because I'm hoping that anywhere there's bugs to kind of get them taken out. And then the thing about this is that you just have to pump it to pressurize it. And then the sprayer has a lock on it, so you don't even have to hold it down, which, I mean, I don't really care about that. If I have to hold it down, that's certainly not the end of the world. But I'm just going around and kind of giving everything a little drench. There's no reason not to, especially on the non-edibles, but there's barely any edibles in here right now anyway. And again, this is natural biodegradable soap, so I really don't have to worry about it anyway. Even on anything that's edible, I could eat it straight off this thing. However, I'm definitely in the habit of washing my fruits and veggies anyway. So even if I needed to eat it like right away, I would feel comfortable doing that with this particular soap. And the mix I use is just fill this thing with water and then add 2 tablespoons of the dish soap. So it's super easy. And you know, no chemicals. It makes it so everybody in your household stays safe from chemicals. Everything stays organic, etc. And again, this is for like soft-bodied flies and stuff. It won't work on beetles. Anything with a harder shell, this isn't going to impact them at all. So this isn't like a cure-all for every pest, but it is a good one for the pests that I'm currently having issues with. The other nice thing is that this can literally get sprayed everywhere like this. It's not going to hurt anything, and it'll make sure there's no buggies anywhere. In addition to the spray, the other thing I like to do with early pest control in the spring like this is to make little insect traps. And all it is white vinegar and dish soap. So the vinegar will attract them into the trap, and then the dish soap is what kind of makes it so they can't go anywhere. I think it does something to their wings. Anyway, it's for soft-bodied bugs again. It's not I mean, I'm sure beetles could drown in it, but it's not specifically for them. So all we do is add I mostly fill these with white vinegar. So it's not totally filled, like there's a little bit of space at the top, and the amount doesn't really matter all that much. Any of it is going to attract the pests. And then I just do a big squeeze of dish soap, and the dish soap looks weird in the vinegar because the vinegar does something to it. Denatures it, I guess, or something. And that's really it. I'll probably stir this around a little bit, and then let me take you out here. These are a couple new ones I'm setting up, but I'll show you. They work really well. So as you can see, there's some adult bugs in there, and then these little bitty things are all baby bugs, because this whole thing has that horse manure, and a lot of flies came with that because I got it when it had already warmed up. What I'll need to do next year, now that I know where to go, is to get it in spring, or sorry, I'll need to get it in the fall / winter when the bugs are dormant, and then when I bring it here there won't be bugs. But I've got one here, one over there, I've got one here, one in this corner, and then one here, all for the berries. So basically those two that I just made, I'm just going to stir those up, and I'm going to put one in that corner and one either in that corner or even in here in the raspberries. There's toads that are living in here, and I don't want them to jump in it, so I'll probably keep it on this side because they stay kind of in there. There is a toad that is sometimes over here too, Bernard, but he hasn't been here since a rainstorm we had midweek. I haven't seen him. So I don't know if he got sick of the storm and went away, if he'll be back, not sure. Also, I'm not sure if they stay all summer. I'm not really sure what their habits are. Obviously, this being my first year, I'm kind of learning what nature is going to do here. So a lot of observing is going on. But if I put that other one here, he's really been over here, so he would never really go all the way down there, and I've never seen him all the way down here either. So I'm just going to put those in place, and I'll do an update about how full these get, how quickly, before I post this as well. Now that it's in the dirt, you can really tell how weird the soap gets. So this will start filling up with little bugs. There's actually already a couple of little bugs in there, which is great. So eventually it'll be filled with them like the other ones. Those other ones that I showed you that are pretty full are a week or less old, so it doesn't take long. I did just notice all my little baby purple cabbages are sprouting out. Which is super exciting. I have all my little seedling babies in the great outdoors today. They're all getting used to the outside elements. It's a nice mild day, so it's a really good day for them to be out here. And generally what I do is I leave them out for a couple hours the first day, and then I just gradually increase it, and I pay really close attention to them to make sure that they are doing okay. If they start to look like they're not doing okay or they're not enjoying it, then I can bring them back inside at any point. But the other thing I think I might do is get another one of these little seedling stands. It's so convenient and I really like it. So I think having another one of those would be great. Even once I have the greenhouse set up, I think those would be really nice to have in there. And I really like the bamboo. But everybody is out here just sitting in the shade. It is kind of like a mildly sunny day. It's not like as hot as it has been, and it is supposed to start raining on and off the next several days. So I do want to go ahead and get everything direct seeded today. It'll get a nice rain in. So basically I'm going to be deciding where things go, which I don't know about you, but it gives me so much anxiety. So I'm going to sit out here and kind of ponder things for a bit, and as soon as I start planting, I'll come grab you guys. Just got back from the really awesome farmers market that happens in this town, and it's year round too. So it's every Saturday year round, which I think is incredible. So I was just going to show you the things I picked up. I got this awesome soup mix, jambalaya. Apparently it's not super spicy. You kind of add your own spice slash your own protein, but it's just the soup mix, and I love jambalaya, so I'm great with that. I did end up picking up a sun gold tomato. I wasn't going to grow them this year, but they're really good, and since there was a baby plant, I figured I'd just grab one. I got some lemon verbena. Mine didn't start correctly this year. I also got a green zebra tomato because someone that I was talking to said they're really good. And then I also got a thyme. I kind of just forgot to start thyme, and it's a perennial, so I figure I can plant that here and have it for a while. I got this awesome tea towel. I really love tea towels, and I have an interesting collection. This is like a local artist that then puts her art on tea towels. It's not just like a mass-produced thing, and she also did this sticker, which I love. I got two of these. I can't remember which is which, but one of them is, they're both Saskatoon, obviously, but one of them is Saskatoon vanilla, and the other one is Saskatoon lavender lemon, maybe, or something. Like Saskatoon and lavender are the main things, and there's one other thing in there with it. And these are like a fermented drink mix, like a vinegar kind of. So when you mix it, I have a soda stream. When you mix it with the carbonated water, it's sort of like kombucha, but it's fermented, which I like. And I'll show you that later on because I already have one of these open in my fridge. So I'll show you what I do with it. And then the last thing I got is this absolutely gorgeous mug. I do not need another mug. Absolutely do not need another mug. But I couldn't resist. It's very round, and it's just got like the perfect handle, and it's really beautiful colors. So I just couldn't resist. I was also greeted by the most amazing dragonfly. I'll add a clip of that. It's really windy outside today. Of course, you can't really tell right this second. But anyway, I think this little dragonfly, well, it was a big dragonfly. I think it got wind shocked or something, and my dog kind of was not really pawing at it, but kind of trying to play with it because it was one of the like really big ones. And so I rescued it from my dog, and it like hung out on me for a little while, I think, until it sort of kind of regained itself. But I think maybe it got like the wind knocked out of it or something, because it flew off just fine. It didn't, like, its wings were great. It didn't look like it had any damage. So anyway, but that was really cool to see. Okay, it's time to take all these babies inside. A few of them are being quite dramatic about being outside for the first time. This huckleberry is especially upsetty spaghetti. So actually those tomatoes back there are quite upset as well. They've been out here for about 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them back in, make sure that they perk back up once they're inside. And then tomorrow they'll be coming outside again, hopefully for longer.